So we have here for today the evaluation of functions. When we're talking about evaluations of functions, simply means that we are going to process the values of independent variable for us to get the dependent variable. Isn't it that in function notation we have y, which is equal to f of x, tama? No, wherein yung pinaprocess natin would be the value of x. And this is the independent variable. Okay? Tapos, ang makukuha natin would be y. Tama? Ngayon, sa y, this is considered as the dependent variable. Nakadepende ang value ni y sa pag-process natin or pag-function natin kay x. Kaya nga siya tinawag na f of x, it is because we have to function or process the value of x. So that would be evaluation of functions. Okay? Ulitin ko po that evaluation of functions simply means that we are going to process the value of x. We're going to process, kaya nga meron tayong f dito. We're going to function or we're going to process the value or the values of x, and x values are the independent or are considered as the values of the independent variable. Okay? Tapos, pag na-process na natin si x using the rule or using the function, using the process, we're going to gain y, which is the dependent variable. Okay? Evaluation of function. Now, we have evaluations of functions. So, it is defined as the process of determining the value. Ibig sabihin dito, we have to look for a value. Anong value yan? Value ng dependent variable. Okay? Of the function at a number assigned to a given value. It means that this value refers to the independent variable. So it means that we have to assign a number, okay, which is considered as the independent variable value to the function. Tapos, yung function mismo ang magpa-process para makuha natin yung value nito. Okay? So, the dependent variable. Ngayon, ulitin ko lang that the independent variable would always be equal to x. Okay? The dependent variable, ang lagi ko lang ginagamit dito is x and y variables. Okay? The dependent variable would always be y. Okay? So, para meron tayong commonality, gagamitin natin is x and y para sa ating given examples. Okay. So, we have here this box, and this box contains values 2, -1, -1/2 for ab squared x minus 3. Now, according to example number 1, let the function of x be equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. So, it means that this expression will process the values of x for us to get y. Okay? We process the values of x for us to get y. Now, find the following value of the function. For letter A, we have f of 2 or function of 2 when x is equal to 2. Kasi ito yung x, tama? Okay. So, bali hahanapin natin si y. Hahanapin natin dito si y using this expression. Okay? Given x which is equal to 2. Okay, let's have... Okay. So, we have here our first example. Now, we're in our given x would be the value inside the parentheses, okay, or between the parentheses. Now, let the function of x be equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. So, this is the given function or expression, okay? We're going to find the value of y using this, okay? Now, according to the function notation, we're in f of 2, which means that our x would be 2. Okay? So, x is equal to 2. Okay. Now, we're going to use this value, x which is equal to 2, to look for f of x or y. Okay? Diba sa function notation, our y is equal to f of x. Okay? F of x. Ibig sabihin, ipaprocess natin si x using the function para makuha natin si y. Okay? Ipaprocess natin si x using the expression or function para makuha natin yung dependent variable y. Okay. So, this would be the solution. First thing we have to do is to copy, of course, the function. So, f of x, gamitin ko lang itong laser point natin. So, f of x, which is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. And, of course, next is to what? Since our x here is 2, our x is 2, we're going to substitute the value of x to our given function. So, our x here becomes 2, which is equal to x squared. So, mapapalitan dito si x, which is 2. Tama? So, 2 squared minus 4x. What is our x? Our x is 2. So, plus 4. Okay? So, after natin ma-substitute yung value ng x natin, of course, that's the time na kailangan na nating i-simplify. Okay? So, copy lang yung function notation natin dito or yung name of a function, f of 2. Copy lang yan. Then, equal sign, 2 squared becomes 4 minus 4 times 2 is 8 plus 4. Okay, but we're not done yet. Okay, so what would be our f of 2 or our y? Ulitin ko. Our f of 2, it means that we're going to look for y after we process x, which is 2. So what would be our f of 2 or y? Our f of 2 or y is equal to 4 minus 8 is negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. Therefore, our ordered pair would be x. When x is equal to 2, our y is equal to 0. So that would be our first example, given f of 2. Okay. Let's have naman this, the next. Having the same function, we're going to use the same function, pero magkakaiba sila in terms of the value of x. Titingnan kasi natin kung magbabago. Okay? Next, of course, our given function notation here, or value of x, is negative 1. Tama? Our x here, sulat ko lang, our x here, according to this, this notation, we have x which is equal to negative 1. So, kukunin natin si y. Okay? Kukunin natin si y. Now, this would be the solution. Okay, unahin natin, syempre, always write first the given expression. Okay? So, f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Ano kasi yung susunod? Yung susunod natin gagawin is to substitute the value of x, which is negative 1, to our given function or expression. So, we have here f, tapos x equals negative 1, equals, our x is what? Negative 1. Okay, binigyan ko siya ng parentheses, pair of parentheses. It is because included si negative dun sa loob or sa mismong x natin. Kasi, yung iba nagkakamali in using grouping symbols, okay? Kasi iba ang negative 1 squared sa negative 1 na naka-parenthesis then square. Okay? Now, going back. So, negative 1 squared, it means that we have here negative 1 na i-multiply natin sa sarili niya, negative 1. Okay? Ang makukuha natin would be positive 1, tama? Then, minus 4 multiply by negative 1. Tama? Ano makuha natin dito? Negative 4 times negative 1. Positive 4 plus 4. Okay, good. So, f of negative 1 equals negative 1 squared is positive 1. Negative 4 times negative 1 kasi negative times negative is positive. Okay? 4 times 1 is 4 plus 4. Okay, now let's simplify for us to be able to look for the value of y. So our y here, f of negative 1, this is y, tama? Our y would be equal to 1 plus 4 is 9. Therefore, the ordered pair, when x is negative 1, ang makukuha nating value ng y is positive 9. Okay? After nating ma-process yung x using the function. Okay? As you can see, same function, magkaiba yung x, therefore, magkaiba ang y. Okay. Now, let's have another function. Okay? Another value of the function, I mean. Okay, so we have here the same function, which is x squared. Ayan, x squared minus 4x plus 4. So, mag-stick muna tayo sa isang function because I will provide a set of values of x. Okay? Pag sinabi ko set of values of x, ito yung nasa loob ng pair of parentheses dun sa mismong function notation. Now, we're going to find the value of f of negative 1/2 using this function. Ang ibig sabihin ng f of negative 1/2, it means that our value of x would be this one. Okay, so it would be negative 1/2. Okay, now, of course, for our solution, first thing we have to do is to, of course, rewrite the given function, which is x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay? And after nyo masulat yung mismong function natin, ang pangalawa is we're going to substitute the value of x. Okay, what is the value of our x? According to this function notation, our given value of x is negative 1/2. Okay? Negative 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng x dito sa mismong function natin, papalitan natin yan for us to be able to look for f of negative 1/2. What do I mean by f of negative 1/2? Ang rine-refer ko doon would be the value of y. Okay? So, x becomes negative 1/2. Lahat ng x dito, papalitan mo lang ng negative 1/2. Same as with this. X, negative 1/2. Bakit ko kasi binigyan ng parentheses dito? It is because negative is included dun sa mismong square. Okay? Next, minus 4 multiply by x. So, 4 multiply by negative 1/2 plus 4. Okay. So, after you have substituted the value of x, which is negative 1/2, next is, of course, we simplify. Next, bale, dito, rewrite lang natin itong f of negative 1/2 or y, yan, which is equal to negative 1/2 squared. So, bale, negative multiplied by negative, it would be positive. Kaya nga to positive eh. Tapos, 1 squared, tama ba? Loss of exponent. Bale, 1 squared, magiging siyang 1. Then, 2 squared, magiging siyang 4. Kaya nga, itong mismong nakaparenthesis dito is positive 1/4. Okay? Loss of exponent yan. Now, minus 4 multiply by negative 1/2. Now, ito, minus sign, tapos yung sa loob, negative. At negative multiplied by negative, it would be positive. Kaya naging positive ito. Okay? Tapos, yung constant natin, 4, multiplied by 1/2, it would be 4/2. After nun, rewrite lang natin itong C plus 4. Okay, next. Simplify pa natin kasi kailangan natin ng simplified value. Okay. So, rewrite lang natin ulit ito, which is equal to, copy lang, 1/4 plus 4 divided by 2 is 2 plus 4. Okay? Tapos, yan. So, f of negative 1/2, to stay lang kasi to eh. Okay? Which is equal to 1/4 plus, ito, sandali lang naman kasing i-add, so this becomes 6, right? Now, since we have here a fraction at the same time a whole number, we're going to combine them. Okay. So, this becomes what? Our f of negative 1/2 is equal to what? 25/4. After you added 1/4 and 6. So, bale, 1/4 plus 6, it would be equal to 25/4. Okay, now, kumbaga, dito, we have x, which is equal to negative 1/2. Pag prinases natin itong x na to, ang negative 1/2, using this function, or using this process, ang makukuha natin na y is 25/4. Tama? After natin ma-process ang x, ulitin ko lang, after natin ma-process ang x, which is negative 1/2, our y is 25/4. Okay. So, the coordinates or the ordered pair would be negative 1/2, 25/4. Okay, let's have the next naman. So, same function tayo pero different value of the independent variable. Okay? So, instead of having negative 1/2, we have here f of 4a. So, a combination of a letter and a number. So, meron tayong term dito which is 4a. Therefore, the value of the x would be equal to 4a. Okay? 4a. So, what would be our y? Ito yung hinahanap kasi natin sa evaluation of function. What would be the values of the dependent variable y given the values of the independent variable x? So, ulitin ko. So, dito sa mismong letter D, example D, we have a value of x, which is a combination of a number and letter. Okay, let's have the solution. So, first and foremost, of course, we have to copy once again, the given function, which is f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay? After nyo makopy yan, yung next na gagawin ninyo is to substitute the value of x. And according here, we have x, which is equal to 4a. Tama? So, lahat ng x dito, papalitan ko ng 4a. Okay? So, f of 4a, or function of 4a, equals 4a squared minus 4 multiplied by 4a plus 4. Okay. after you have substituted the value of x, which is 4a, yung next step natin is to what? Is to simplify. Okay? Bale dito, ayan. So, it would be copy lang ito. Bring down f of 4a equals. Okay. 4a squared. It means that 4 will be squared. Kaya nga 4 squared is 16. Kaya nga ito, 16. Tapos, a squared. Tama? Laws of exponent. Okay? Bale, a squared. Kaya nga yung 4a squared is 16a squared. Minus. Okay? Ito kasi, minus 4, tapos yung sa loob, positive. Therefore, negative multiplied by positive, it will be negative. Okay? So, 4 times 4, 16. Then, copy A. 16A plus 4. Okay. Ulitin ko lang. Paano nakuha to? Ulitin ko lang. 4a squared becomes 16a squared minus 4 multiplied by 4, 16. Then copy A. Okay? Plus 4. Okay, next. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, lumabas na pala itong mismong ordered pair natin. Ang tanong ko dito, can we still combine terms here? Hindi na tama. Kasi we have different terms. Therefore, this would be the value of y. Okay? That would be the value of y. Ito mismo. Okay? Ayan na mismo yung value ng y natin. So, when x is 4a, our y is 16a squared minus 16a plus 4. Okay. So, same process lang with constant values. Dito sa mismong value ng x natin na meron siyang kasamang letter. Okay? Now, let's have another value of x. Okay, and another value of the independent variable. Okay, so same function tayo. F of x, which is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. Mag-iiba lang ito by simply using another value of x, which is b squared. Tama ba? Kasi yung value ng x natin would be this one. Kasi nga, f of x, ito. Tama? F of x. Therefore, yung nasa loob ng pair of parentheses would be the independent variable or x. Okay? Now, we're going to find for the value of y. Tama ba? Given x. So, hahanapin natin yung value ng y given etong x na to. Okay. So, let's have the solution. Okay. First and foremost, we are going to rewrite first the given function. You always write the given function para meron kayong guide. Okay? So, after writing the given function, lahat ng value ng x dito, papalitan natin ng value which is b squared. Okay? So, bale, f of x and our x is equal to b squared. Okay? Kaya napalitan ng b squared equals x, which is b squared, then square. Okay, ito yung square. Minus 4 multiplied by b squared plus 4. So, after you have substituted the value of x, that's the time na kailangan nyo nang isimplify itong expression na ito. Okay? So, next, we have here, copy lang itong function notation na to, equals, then b squared of b squared squared. Okay, paano po yan? Loss of exponent po tayo dito. Power for power, tama? Kumbaga, you will just simply copy the base, which is b, then you're going to multiply the exponents. So, 2 times 2, it would be 4 for loss of exponent. Okay? Minus 4 multiplied by b squared. So, it would be 4b squared.
Kasi hindi mo na may pagsasama or mamumultiply ang number at saka ang letter. Okay? Plus 4. Okay, now question. Can we still simplify this? Hindi na. Therefore, this would be the value of our what? This would be the value of our y. Tama? Y ito, tama? Therefore, if x is b squared, our y is this. So what would be our pair of coordinates or ordered pair? We have here b squared, which is x, and b raised to 4 minus 4b squared plus 4, which is the value of y. Okay, let's have naman the last item dito sa ating example number 1. So, our last item would be f of x minus 3. So, instead of having a value, a constant value, or a single term, we have here a binomial that consists of two terms, x and negative 3. Okay? So, x minus 3. Now, this would be our x, tama ba? Sulat ko lang. So, x minus 3 or the binomial would be our x. Kasi nga, f of x. Ito, right? So, we have to look for the value of y or f of x. Okay? Given x minus 3. Okay, same ano tayo Same function tayo, okay? So, let's have the process. So, first and foremost, I would like you to write the function. So, f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. So, instead of having a constant value for the x dito, meron tayong binomial. Okay? So, same process pa din tayo. Lahat ng x dito, papalitan nyo lang nung mismong value. X minus 3. Okay? So, bale, it would be f of x minus 3 equals x becomes x minus 3. Tapos, square. Naka-parentheses kasi meron tayong dalawang terms ng mismong x na to. Okay? Tapos, minus 4. Tapos, yung x dito, papalitan natin yung value niya, which is x minus 3. Tapos, plus 4. After nyo ma-substitute lahat ng values of x dito, simplify na natin. Siyempre, by just simply looking and observing the right side of the function, we have here this expression, tama, or this term. Okay? So, we have to expand. Okay? We have to expand this term. So, it would be what? Kasi ito, square of a binomial ito. Okay? So, bale, ito muna, f of x minus 3, copy lang. Tapos, let us expand this. In expanding a binomial, tama ba? Either gagamitin mo is FOIL method. So, x minus 3 multiply by itself. X minus 3. Pwedeng gumamit ka ng FOIL method dyan. So, first, outer, inner, and last. So, how would it be? Expand muna natin ito. Okay? So, bali, first muna, x times x, it would be x squared. Then, x multiplied by negative 3. So, minus 3x. Okay? Then, next tayo dyan. Next tayo would be inner. So, negative 3 multiplied by x. It would be negative 3x. Then, yung last natin, ito, negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. It becomes what? It becomes positive 9. Tama? So, therefore, x squared, simplify pa natin, minus 6x plus 9. Ito yan nako. Ito. So, bale, yung expanded form ng mismong term nito is itong trinomial. Okay? So, hindi pa tayo tapos. We have here minus 4 times x minus 3. Since meron tayo dito multiplication distributive property tayo. Okay? So, 4 times x. Bale, 4x. Okay? 4 multiplied by negative 3x. It would be negative 12. Tama ba? 4 multiplied by negative 3 minus 12. Okay. Now, since linagyan ko po siya ng parentheses kasi ang negative na to para siya mismo dito sa kabuuan. Okay? Then, next, we have, copy lang ito, plus 4. Okay, plus 4. Now, since tapos na tayo dito, let us simplify. Okay. Simplified. Copy lang ito, f of x minus 3 equals, so, alisin na natin lahat ng parenthesis dyan. So, ito, bababa lang, x squared minus 6x plus 9. Then, ito, negative, yan, tapos, meron tayong parenthesis, therefore, lahat ng terms dito sa loob ng parenthesis, mapapalitan sila ng sign because of this negative symbol. Okay? So, bale, negative, ito, positive 4x, magiging siyang negative 4x. Then, ito, negative, tas negative ito, yung negative ng 12, mapapalitan siya ng positive. Tapos, plus 4. Okay? Next! Meron pa tayong isi-simplify dito, tama? We're going to combine similar terms. Okay? So, bale, si negative 6x, negative 4x, and yung constant value which are 9, 12, and 4. Okay, what would be? So, copy lang ito kasi nag-iisa na lang yung term na merong squared. So, x squared, then negative 6 minus 4x, it becomes negative 10x, right? Then the constant values, 9 plus 4 plus 4. So, it would be 9 plus 12. 21. 21 plus 4, it is 25. Meron pa ba tayong isi-simplify dito sa right side ng function? Wala na. Okay? Therefore, if x is equal to x minus 3, our y would be equal to eto, x squared minus 10x plus 25. So, what would be the ordered pair? It would be x minus 3 and x squared minus 10x plus 25. Linagyan ko lang siya ng pair of parentheses para hindi kayo nalilito. Okay? Okay, let us continue. We have here example number 2. So, another set of examples tayo. Okay, another set of values of x tayo. Now, let g of x be equal to the cube root of 3x minus 4. So, instead of having a name of a function, which is f of x, we have here g of x. We used another letter to name a function. Pwede naman kasi kahit anong letters yan. Pwedeng a of x, b of x, c of x, d of x, and so on and so forth. Pero most likely, ang madalas na ginagamit natin kasi is f of x and g of x. Okay? Pero pwede namang ibang letters yan. As long as we have the name of the function g and the variable or the independent variable x. Okay, so the function is cube root of 3x minus 4. So find the following values of the function given this set of x values. So what would be the value of y when x is 2, or what would be g of 2 when x is 2? Okay, when I'm asking about g of 2, I am referring to the value of y after we process the value of x, which is 2, using this function. Okay, another letter B, we have here g of 4. Pag sinabi kong g of 4, I am referring to the value of y when we process the value of x, which is 4. Okay? Tapos, yung next naman is g of 0. As you can see, hanggang kay letter D, we have g of negative 1/3. Iba yung x values natin. So, we are expecting na even though na ipaprocess natin lahat itong value ng x natin using this function, we are still expecting that we're going to gain different values for y. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin yan. Let's have muna the first item, g of 2. Okay? For g of 2, matik na nandito na yung mismong solution. I-explain ko na lang. Okay? Now, dito, gagamit tayo ng pen. Let g of x, ito yung mismong function natin, cube root of 3x minus 4. Okay? So, yung pinakauna natin would be g of 2. It means that our x would be equal to 2. Tama? Ito mismo. This is g of x, right? Now, first and foremost, ang madalas kong sinasabi is that you should write or rewrite the given function do sa pinakauna. Okay. So, bale, g of x equals cube root of 3x minus 4. Now, after you have written the function, the next thing we have to do is to substitute the value of x dito mismo. Okay? Lahat ng x dito, papalitan natin ng 2 kasi g of 2. This would be 2 equals cube root. Kopyahin natin si cube root. Then 3 sa loob. Then times 2 minus 4. Now, let us simplify all the values inside the nung mismong ano natin, root symbol natin. Okay? Bale, g of 2 equals cube root of 6 minus 4. Kasi 3 times 2 is 6, then minus 4. Okay. So, g of 2 equals cube root of 6 minus 4. It is 2. Now, if you're going to use a calculator, you're going to get the cube root of 2. It has a value which is 1.26. 1.25 something. Pero, i-round off nyo lagi into 2 decimal places. Okay? Lagi tayong 2 decimal places dyan. So, if our x is 2, either our y is cube root of 2. This is the exact value. Okay? Cube root of 2 is the exact value. Then, 1.26 is the estimated value kasi nag-round off tayo. Okay, ulitin ko lang that cube root of 2 is the exact values and 1.26 is the estimated value. So, either of the two yung gagamitin nyo as the value of y. Okay? So, bale ito, when x is 2, our y is cube root of 2 or another ordered pair, 2, 1.26. Both are considered. Okay? As long as yung dalawang ito, nanggaling sila sa mismong solution at the same time sa mismong function natin. Now, let's have naman another. Same function tayo, pero syempre mag-iiba yung mismong value ng x natin. Let's have another. Ito. So, example number 2, ulitin ko lang that we still have the function cube root of 3x minus 4. Now, in here, for item B, we have g of 4. What does this mean? Ano kasing ibig sabihin ng g of 4? That we are talking about g of x, wherein x is equal to 4. Tama ba? X is equal to 4. O what would be our y? Tama? What would be our y? So, ang lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo, i-rewrite nyo muna yung mismong function natin. After nating masulat ang function natin, that's the time na ready na kayong i-substitute yung value ng independent variable. Okay? So, our x is 4 equals cube root of 3 x. What is our x? Is 4 minus 4. So, same process tayo since nanggaling lang naman tayo sa iisang function. So, 3 multiplied by 4, it would be 12 minus 4. Therefore, g of 2 would be equal to cube root of 12 minus 4. And 12 minus 4, isi-simplifyin pa natin ito. It becomes 8. Tama? So, g of 2 equals cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Okay? So, yung cube root ng 8 is equal to 2. Therefore, our ordered pair would be when x is equal to 4, our y is equal to 2. Now, that would be our ordered pair for our second item, g of 4. Now, in this slide, we have the same function, pero nag-iba yung ating independent variable value dito. Okay? So, let g of x would be equal to the same function, cube root of 3x minus 4. Now, our given value of the independent variable here is 0. So, our x, sulat ko lang, our x is equal to 0. Now, of course, for our solution, first thing we have to do is to rewrite the given function g of x. Ulitin ko lang that the name of the function g, pwedeng magbago yan. Okay? Depende sa nagamit mong letter. Pwedeng f of x, pwedeng n of x, pwedeng v of x, pwedeng m of x, kahit anong letter for the name of the function, that's okay. As long as hindi nag-i-interchange ang independent variable at ang dependent variable. Okay. Now, so we have here g of x, which is equal to cube root of 3x minus 4. So, after nating masulat yan, syempre, substitution tayo. Lahat ng x dito sa mismong function, papalitan natin ng 0 because according to this given function notation, we have g of 0, wherein x is equal to 0. So, this becomes 0 equals cube root of 3 multiplied by 0 minus 4. Okay? Tapos, g of 0 is equal to cube root of 3 times 0 is equal to what? Is equal to 0. Then, syempre, ang dapat matitira na lang dito is negative 4. And g of 0, rewrite ko lang, equals cube root of negative 4. And since our index here is 3, the cube root of a negative number, meron tayong value dyan. Okay? Pero, kung ang ating index, ang ibig sabihin ng index, ito yung number dito banda. Okay? If the index is even, so pwedeng square root ng value, pwedeng fourth root ng mismong value, that is even index. If we're going to get the even root of a negative number, let's say square root of negative value, there is no value for that. Imaginary yun. Okay? Imaginary. Okay. Now, if our index here is odd number, so bale 3 Yan. Okay? We have a value for an add root of a negative. Okay. We just simply use a calculator to get the cube root of negative 4. And that is negative 1.59. Okay? Ulitin ko lang that you're going to use a calculator for you to be able to solve for the cube root of negative 4. And cube root of negative 4 is the exact value of y. And negative 1.59 is the estimated value because we rounded it off. Okay? So, bale, when x is 0, our given here is x 0. When x is 0, our y is negative 1.5 or the cube root of negative 4. Either of the two. Nakukuha? Let's have the next. This would be the last item D, for example number 2. Okay? Kasi di ba kanina nagkaroon tayo ng example 1, set of items for example 1, yung pinakaunang function. Tapos dito naman we have another function which is g of x na meron din siyang set of values or set of items. Okay, this would be the last, letter D. So, we're going to evaluate this function using this value. When x is equal to negative 1/3, isn't it that this is x? Tama ba? So, x would be equal to negative 1/3. Okay. Now, for the solution, ang lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo is that you're going to write the given function, then after nun, is a substitute na natin. So, x dito becomes negative 1/3 kasi according to this term, we have here g of x wherein x is equal to negative 1/3. Okay? So, negative 1/3 equals cube root of 3 multiplied by x, which is negative 1/3 minus 4. Okay, let us simplify. Now, syempre, unahin natin dito lahat ng nasa loob ng mismong symbol na to. Okay, so g of negative 1/3 equals square root of 3 multiplied by negative 3 is what? Ito, 3 multiplied by negative 3, negative 1/3 pala, negative 1/3, it would be equal to what? This becomes negative, right? Kasi positive si 3, tapos negative itong sa loob. So, negative 3 over 3, tama? Or, what would be the final answer here? It would be negative 1. So, negative 1 cube root of negative 1 minus 4. Kinopya ko lang si minus 4. Tapos nun, magiging siyang cube root of negative 5. Tama? Kasi pinagsama ko lang ito tsaka ito. Kaya nga siya naging cube root of negative 5. Next, nasabi ko kanina that if our index is odd, even if we have here negative value inside ng mismong symbol na to, we can still look for its value. So, g of negative 1/3 is equal to cube root of negative 5. Use your calculator. Ang makukuha natin is ito. Okay? So, estimated value, tapos ito yung exact value. Okay? Tapos, so when x is equal to negative 1/3, ito na yung ordered pair natin. It would be what? Y equals negative 1.71. Okay. So, this would be our ordered pair. Naintindihan? Now, before we end this presentation, or before I end this presentation, I would like you to do this.
these exercises. Okay, so according here, evaluate the functions at x which is equal to 1.5. Now show your complete solution. You have to write your complete solution on a sheet of paper, either yellow or white. Then after that, kung gusto niyo naman ita-type niyo sa Word, mas maganda din. Then after that, i-upload nyo yung file nyo mismo dun sa mismong G Drive folder ninyo, okay? Now, the specific directions will be posted on our GClassroom, okay? That's all for today. God bless!